Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be working on some baby burp cloths. So got this cute little fabrics at Hobby Lobby just the other day. I got some flannel. So there's different ways, different materials you can use. You can use a cotton, you can back it with a polar fleece just to make it soft. You can use a terry cloth. I just got these materials because I'm making these for my sister-in-law who is getting ready to have a baby, but she is not going to find out what she's having. So I had to find some kind of generic materials to go with, which totally drives me crazy because when you are a crafter and a maker and embroiderer, you want to start making pink and blue things, but that's okay. I'll just have to wait to make those later. So to get started, I purchased, I was kind of winging this. So I purchased a half a yard, and now I do want to mention my fabric is directional because of the animals. So I want it to be like this, okay? So I cannot, open it up and cut length like this, because then it will be sideways or upside down. So both of them are that way. So I'm actually using a template. This is a burp cloth that I sell here in the store that we monogram. So I'm just gonna kind of draw a pattern using this, but I measured this and it is 18 by 9.5. So I'm gonna lay this on here. So I'm gonna cut through 2 thicknesses of my material. And let me see, I hope this is long enough. Perfect, so half a yard is perfect. So I'm actually, because I'm going to draw on this, I'm going to put right sides together because my material is white, and then that way on my little mark, because my tailor's chalk is white, so I won't see it. So I'm just using an invisible marking pen. It will disappear, I'm sorry, disappearing ink, not invisible. And these are just little marking pens. They're made by the brand Dritz, and I can put a link to those in the comments. And I'm just going to trace around this particular one that I have. So I just wanted to kind of have a little bit of shape. You don't necessarily have to have that indentation, like for your neckline. So if you were making this, you could start with a rectangle. I would probably make it 19 by 10, just to give yourself a little bit of room for seam allowance. And you can just round off those edges if you want to make it round, or you can keep them square. It's really one of these projects that is designer's choice. So it's a burp cloth. It's going to be used and abused by a baby, spit up, wiping up things. We just want it to be cute. So I'm going to leave this on here. I'm going to cut, I'm just kind of eyeballing about a 1/2 inch wider. I think I can take that off. Okay. I can see my marks. My pen was getting a little dry, so I'm using about a 1/2 inch wider. I'm cutting it just a little bit wider than my actual marking, just to add a little bit of seam allowance, so it doesn't shrink up too much, because this one has, the one that we sell here in the store has this little trim on it. Go to this side. Round this off at the end a little bit, because I'm getting right up into that selvage edge. Now, if you do any type of personalizing, if you are someone who has an embroidery machine or vinyl, if you were going to embroider this, which obviously I am not going to because we don't know if it's a boy, girl, baby name, any of that thing. I thought about putting a B on it just for their last name, but just for the video, I'm just not going to do it right now. But if you were going to personalize this, you could go ahead and embroider it, then that way your backing and everything is going to be enclosed and it won't be seen. So I would definitely do that. But again, you see how I have this cut out, the hands and everything, it is directional, and then it'll lay up on your shoulder like that. So I'm going to put right sides together, how I cut it out. I'm just gonna put a couple pins. I'm not big on pinning. I can hold it, but just put a couple pins. I'm gonna put a couple in the center. I'll put one at the top, and then I'm going to put 2 pins at the bottom to remind me to leave an opening, because we're gonna have to turn it. So if you see those 2 pins at the bottom, I'm going to start at this pin, and then I'll stitch all the way around and stop at this pin, okay? So we'll go ahead and do that now. Make sure when you start sewing, you do a little back stitching. Clip this back. Got a thread getting hung up there. Oh, and I just unthreaded my machine, or I didn't get the bobbin. I use these pre-wound bobbins that I use on my embroidery machine, and sometimes when you first start using them, they're so full they don't want to unwind and they're getting caught in there. So let me pull a little bit off. That'll help it get going. Just got hung up. Okay, start that again. Okay, so we've made it all the way around. Now when you're making these, I'm just using the same fabric, but you can get really creative and use a different fabric, you know, front and back. My tension was a little off. Okay, so now on these curves, I'm going to clip to the stitching line, but not through it, because when we just clip right to the stitching line, but not through it, I'm going to do that around the curves, because when you turn it right side out, that will help it lay flatter and smoother on the inside. And then there's a little bit of curve in the center that kind of cuts out, you know, fit around your neck a little bit while you're having it on your shoulder. Okay, so now we have this opening. I've done all my clipping. Just gonna reach right in here and turn it right side out. I'm just pushing out that rounded edge. I'm sticking my hand in there and just using my fingers to push it out. Smooth it out real nice. Now you want to press this. And now on the end, I'm taking the edge and I'm just tucking it in. And then we're gonna top stitch all the way around. So I'm gonna put one pin right here to hold those edges. Now, another suggestion, I'm not gonna press this, I'm just gonna stitch it. Actually, maybe I will. We'll see. Okay, so another suggestion, just to be decorative, is you can stitch in a different color. So I'm gonna give this a quick press, and I don't have my iron up here, so forgive me. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got it pressed, and I'm just going to start right here at the opening, and I'm going to stitch all the way around so that we close up that opening. These threads. Now we have it all nice and finished, and it is ready to give as a gift. So you can make several of these, you know, stack them up, but they're super quick and easy. They can be personalized. You can make them with a flannel on one side, a cotton. You can get all kinds of cute like novelty prints. You know, if you know the family is into a certain theme, or they're decorating with a certain theme or sports. So they can be really fun and easy and a great gift to give somebody. Of course, I always want to personalize these, but if you don't know, if they aren't going to decide or find out, then you can just go with a really cute baby print. And I did get this at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll be making some more out of this, and we'll see what else we can come up with, and probably start making some more baby items. So stay tuned for some more videos in the future. My sister-in-law, she's not due until December, so we've got plenty of time to be making more baby videos. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to get notified for our next video, hit the little bell icon and you will get notified when our next video comes out. So again, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok. We got lots of little fun, quick videos over on TikTok as well. So have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.